So my name is Alexander McCarthy, and I'm a student, and I'm going to be talking about the lack of black people in council leadership. And I find that as a member of the SLC, I'm the only black person in the SLC, and I find that perhaps the voice of black people are not heard at the school because of the lack of people of color in regards to black people not being councils of leadership like our athletic council, our club council, and our leadership council. And I find that perhaps the reason as to why they're not on these councils is because when I came, I saw almost no black people on the student council, on councils of like VPAC or club council. And I find that coming into a school like that and not seeing your ethnicity or your academic stream represented on the council, you may be discouraged to join this council because you find that perhaps you have no place there and that you are not supposed to be there because no one of your color is already there. And I find that we should be working towards trying to diversify councils and perhaps programs to include different ethnicities and academic streams. Like, for example, we have the IB and academic kind of different programs, and I find that because of these different programs that academics will feel like they're inferior to IBs and IBs may feel like they're superior. And I've heard personally from academics that they find that they should not be on councils because they're going to lose to IBs anyway, so why try out? And I find that we should be working towards trying to get this kind of stigma of inferiority away from schools and try to have it more balanced and that they want to be more involved. So.
Hi, I'm Erin, and the issue I'll be talking about today is the lack and or terrible quality of bike lanes in Burlington. I am a new cyclist, and the first couple times on the road for me were terrifying because there was nothing separating me and cars. The first reason that this is an issue is because it's scary. It's scary for cyclists to be riding on the road right next to cars who are whizzing by them, not even paying attention. The second reason is cars are significantly closer to riders when there are no bike lanes, making it more dangerous, especially for new riders who have trouble riding straight. Cars have enough to worry about on the road anyways. Cyclists have a hard time riding straight, and there have been accidents where they get hit and get killed or severely injured. It is not only dangerous for riders, but drivers and pedestrians as well. Some may believe that bikers do not belong on the road, that roads are only for cars. I strongly disagree. Road bikes are built for roads, and cyclists and triathletes race on the road, so they need to train accordingly. This needs to change. Adding bike lanes doesn't only benefit riders, but it would decrease health costs. Maybe we can start with the busy roads and go from there. I hope to see things change and get positive results that make the roads safer for cyclists, drivers, and pedestrians.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm here to talk about art. Now, there are some governments that deem art non-essential. And people who do these art that can't afford it should go and get real jobs. Why should we have to pay for these people? Well, it's very simple. Think of the greatest civilizations to have ever existed. Egypt. Look at their pyramids. Huge, great architectural achievements. However, also great big sculptures. And what's inside them? Hieroglyphs, the oldest form of writing besides Sanskrit, which also used images. And it's filled with art, depictions of great gods, and all of their words had symbols. Take a look at Greece. What do you think? Obviously, Zeus, the Olympians, all the myths and legends. But what did they inspire? Look at the great paintings of Aphrodite. Look at all the paintings of all the other gods and all the things that were great. Have you seen classical Greek sculptures? They are beautiful. Art represents philosophical growth, the need to question, to change. It causes inspiration and makes us progress as a society. Now, I know civilizations rise and fall all the time, and Canada, our beloved country, will be no different. Eventually, we'll be gone gallivanting the stars, and what do you think they're going to remember of us? Because you can be pretty sure it'll be our art.
Hi, my name's Nick, and my issue is how the public perceives skateboarders. Skateboarders are perceived as rebels, outlaws, druggies, and just bad people, just because of the way they act and look. I think this is because skateboarders are usually the ones who get associated with crimes and all the bad stuff happening in their neighborhood. Another reason is because skateboarders are usually the ones that get associated with gangs all around the neighborhood and around the city, which once again is just because of the way they act and look. This is really significant to me because as a skateboarder myself, I get dirty looks, I get treated differently by the public, usually wherever I go, and that's just wrong because I'm just another human being and I shouldn't be treated that way.